know that right woman, that good woman, a woman with values, a woman that even most men would see and know that you are a good woman, but you have become a bad woman because your experience with relationships is just with very bad men, toxic men, men that have also not matured. But also, you have become a bad woman because you are still in that part of your life where you're still growing, where you're still becoming a better version of yourself, where there are those things in your life that are the reason you have become a red flag. You have become a red flag because you are young too. You have your emotions that are immature. Your emotional intelligence is still young. You have not experienced life enough that you know how to tell the difference between good and bad. You are that woman, and hence, even in front of a good man, you are a red flag. And because of that, you end up being in the same patterns over and over and over again. The same patterns of choosing toxic people into your life for many reasons. I can say my experience, both are true. I have both naive, young, and immature at some instances, but also I have experienced bad people in toxic men and immature men that have developed behaviors and patterns in me that make me a red flag. Yes, I can say I become a red flag to the good man, to the mature man, to the man whose emotional intelligence has grown. Yes, that's how I appear. So I've come to a realization that all these things they say are actually true. It is dumbfounding to learn that, oh yes, this is how a good man actually presents. Yes, a good man, you don't have to tell him to provide for you. He will do it. He will come forward. He will do his responsibilities without you even lifting a finger. You just have to let him into your space a little bit for him to know what you are lacking, and he will go miles to provide it. Even the simple necessary things like, he knows he's supposed to be a provider of his family. You don't have to say anything. That's a good man. A good man will not rush you into a relationship. He will give you time. He will take his time to chase you, to make sure that you see the value he has or the kind of man that he is. He will try to prove himself to you. He will not use those, weird statements of, you need to do this in order to show me that you want me. You need to do this in order to show me that you love me. He will not use those mind games to trick you into, for example, fastening up yourself to be in a relationship with him. He will take his time. A good man will take his time. Yes, it is true and unfolding to realize that's actually a good man. And there are few of them, I can assure you. There are many things that I realize that even some of us are or become a red flag to a good man because of our experiences. So I'm going to talk about two things. One, the reason you become a red flag because of your past relationships, and the reason you become a red flag because of you being immature, you being in your growth journey, and you being naive and not even knowing what you're supposed to do. Yes, I can talk about you being immature, being naive, and not knowing what to do. From my experience, I feel I have relatively grown up in a stable home, stable environment, and I was shielded from anything that we call bad. So growing up, I had no reference of what is bad. I cannot tell the difference between, especially when it comes to relating with others or relating with people. I see good in everyone. I see chance and that humility in everyone. I empathize a lot, and because of that, I feel everyone is the same. I feel there is a good side of some people, and hence I can say one of the reasons I have easily fallen prey of toxic men, of bad men, is for as long as the basic I know, a man has shown interest, a man has chased me, and I like them, for as long as I like him, then I give him a chance. And it may sound worse to an extent that maybe he's the one that is there in the moment, and I chose him into my life to receive pieces of me, to receive energy from me, just because he's in front of me, he is present, he's the one chasing, he could even be love bombing me. But maybe because I have these things deep down that, for as long as I maybe am attracted to him, or he has got those little qualities that make me attracted to him, that make me allow him into my life, then I just go ahead and accept the man. And that is not a good way to just let people into your life. Give them your energy, give them your time, give them your thoughts, give them a piece of you, your life. Time. Life is time that we spend here. You give them part of your life just because you like something about him, and maybe he meets a few ticks on the qualities and the things that you would like a man to have, and you just accept and take him in. Like there are other men who could be in your inbox, who could actually be good men, but just because maybe you like this man too, or you like something about him, or and you just take him up, just for those reasons, without actually checking if he is a good man, because all men have been wired to know that, when I'm chasing a woman, this is what I've got to do, But there are good men and bad men, and we need to tell the difference, especially if you are a good woman. I can say that we are all on a journey to healing, to becoming better versions of ourselves, to growing. Yes. some of us have experienced bad childhoods, and they are affecting our growth journey, and they are the reason we act the way we act, especially when it comes to relating with others. But there are some that are like me, who never experienced anything bad about anyone, who don't know that actually this is how bad people present, who has been shielded all the way and cannot easily tell bad people when it comes to social interaction. So yes, because of being young, you find yourself meeting good men and you cannot recognize what a good man looks like. So definitely as you date, you just choose people based on how you feel about the person, not really because you have given the person time and actually measured and tested if he is actually a good man. And you even go ahead and give them a lot of your time, a lot of yourself, your body, your life, your time, your energy, your thoughts. You give them so much that by the time you realize you're giving this to the wrong person, and a lot of drama and a lot of headache and a lot of injury is already happening on your life because you chose the wrong person and already giving them that part of you. You end up being hurt, and hence you develop new traumas in your body. That's what happens when you are young and naive and don't even know how to relate with others, because you think everyone is like you. You think everyone is nice. You have not experienced life enough to know the difference and to know when someone needs healing, when someone is hurt, when someone is a toxic person. Like, it's so difficult to tell the difference, and you just choose people based on how you feel or based on circumstances. I need maybe a man in my life. I'm lonely. You choose based on the circumstances. That is not right. We need to be better. If we need to have lasting, healthy relationships, we need to better ourselves. So yes, being young and naive can make you a red flag to a good man. Because why? You are choosing him based on such. And then at the same time, being young and immature, and also your kind of energy. Maybe life has made you in such a way that you can't easily know your place in terms of being feminine and being masculine. Because you are on a journey of growth, you find yourself very masculine, and masculinity happens in the way you take yourself, the way you talk, the way you allow a man to come or to actually even be present in your life. Because of life situations, you are a woman that doesn't know how to be a princess, to allow a man to love you and to serve you, and also to learn to be submissive. I say this because yes, you can be an intelligent person, you can be a smart person, you can be a woman who can be feminine, but you just don't know how to be feminine. you are a woman who is used to being independent, taking care of yourself, taking care of every need of yours. And even to make it worse, you don't even know how to ask for help. Not even from your friends who are girls. You don't know how to ask for help. Because that's what you've been. The environment has made you masculine. And hence when you get a man, you don't know how to fall into your femininity. And hence, a good man, a masculine man, sees you as a red flag. Because you don't know how to be feminine. You find yourself, maybe because of circumstances, you are a mother. You know, you are a mother. You try to mother people. Probably you are a firstborn. Probably you've lived in a household where you have to take care of others. You don't know how to think about yourself first. You don't know how to choose yourself first. You only think about others. And you come off as a savior. You know? Apart from all these social, things that are said, you have to build your man, be there for your man. And you come with all that, and boom, you meet a good man and you meet a bad man. Both will not like the motherly version of you. There is no man who wants a mother. Yes, they can allow you into their life for the sake of growth. A lady that mothers them, they love them if they are on their journey to growth, and they like someone who will check them. And some of us fall into those relationships. You find a man, takes you on, marries you because you mother him, you help him think better, you help him realize this and that, But he will look for a woman, a woman that makes him feel like a man. He will not like you as their mother. Because, at the end of the day, a man still has to leave his home and find a woman. A woman whom he feels he will protect, provide for, all those things that are talked about. He still needs to feel like a man. And yes, he will go out to find that. So some of us, we like to mother these men. And I have been told that 1,000 times, and I realize finally I have been mothering. It's good to be a tough girl, to always ask those tough questions. But there is where you need to end. There is when you become a mother, because you are trying to show this man the things that are wrong about them, and you are trying to show them how to change them, So you all try to find out what he's up to, what he's doing with his life. It's important to ask those questions, because if you want a good man, you need to know that. You need to know if he's up to something, That's a good man. But even in the process of finding out, you start mothering him because you feel he has to be up to something, So you mother him, you don't let him present himself to you, You are supposed to let him pour himself unto you. Let him show you, let him prove himself what he can do, okay? If you find out that he seems to be a man that doesn't know where he's heading, he's not chasing his dreams, girl, you need to find a way to present that to him and let him know that that's a deal breaker. If it is a deal breaker, girl, you need to move. Don't try to mother the man and make him, try to be on a path, what that he knows and all. If you don't want a man that doesn't know where he's going, please leave. But don't try to mother a man. Like I said, just look at yourself as a woman. You're on your own journey. Would you want someone that is like a mother to you? Telling you what to do and what not, trying to show you different perspectives about life and trying to be as if they are buying you into what they think is right. No one wants a mother. And hence, a good man, will not want a mother. He wants a woman, not someone to mother him. So you'll find yourself in situations where you're mothering a bad man and mothering a good man. All in all, you need to stop. Don't mother anyone. And then to make it worse, you try to be a therapist, a rehabilitation center for a bad man. Girl, telling him what to do, trying to show him that he's bad because he does this and that, and trying to tell him what he's supposed to do. I've been in situations where I am trying to tell a man, you need to call me, you need to do this is how relationships work. Girl, you are not a rehabilitation center. Stop being a rehabilitation center. You are no one's therapist to help a man grow up and be a good man. Let life be the therapist, or let him go and find help. But girl, don't try to save him. Don't try to tell him to, know how to chase a woman or be a consistent man if he's a very inconsistent, incompetent, toxic man. Please, if you want a peace of mind as a good woman, if you are that good woman, stop being a rehabilitation center. Yes, especially to the bad man or to those toxic men or even the immature men. Stop it. Okay? I can say that with all this, you can see how your journey of growth, your naivety, your purity, your dating of toxic people makes you a red flag to a good man. Your past relationships make you a red flag, especially if you do not learn from your past mistakes. You keep repeating the same patterns over and over and over again. You let a man that made you insecure before, you let that man, the memory of all that control, take charge, grow a behavior in you of insecurity. You let that follow you all the way into your next relationship. And if you are with a good man, you become that insecure lady, a lady that suddenly becomes masculine, that suddenly shows the worst versions of attachment because a certain man made you insecure. you find yourself chasing this man, and you repeat this pattern. You repeat it over and over again, and a good man will not take you on if you are that type of energy. A good man does not want a lady that chases. That's a man's job. So, he will not take you on. You are a red flag. Unless you are with a toxic man or a man with bad personality. That's a man that enjoys you chasing him, But a good man, that's a red flag. That's a very big red flag. A woman chasing, whoa, that's changing energy. Suddenly you're making a good man feel like he's feminine. No good man, no masculine man wants to feel that. Okay? Unless he has something wrong in himself, where he likes to torture you, he's very toxic, and he wants to see you emotionally drained, and he wants to see you attached to him, and that's a man that enjoys you chasing. But a good man, no. If you dare do that, he will see you as a red flag. So your past relationships, not easily trusting. You find yourself guessing every other minute. What is he up to? What does this mean? Overanalyzing every situation just because you have been used to bad men that make you become anxious, worrisome, overly analyzing situations. So you meet a good man and you cannot easily fall into your femininity of trusting your man, of letting him do his work, because you're used to games. You're used to measuring what the other person is going to do. That's what you're used to. You're used to that kind of energy. And you meet a good man. Whoa! A man will not see you become feminine and he will watch your energy, because you don't know how to fall into that energy that he easily is attracted to. An energy where he feels like this woman trusts me, And that's a red flag. Okay? A good man, he will choose himself at the end of the day. No one wants to deal with a broken person. No good person wants to be a rehabilitation center. Just like I said, if you are a good person, don't try to be a rehabilitation center. And good men, they never try. I tell you, they never try to be rehabilitation centers. They tell you, please heal yourself, girl. Stop with your insecurities, Yeah. So, we need to be better. We need to be better versions of ourselves. We need to learn to be more emotionally mature. We need to learn when we lead ourselves into those energies, the masculine energies, the weird, toxic behaviors, and the worst versions of ourselves in terms of attachment and our insecurities. We need to know when we have become that person. I know it's not easy to just wake up and change that behavior, but we need to now be more self-aware. Can we grow that self-awareness? You know? Can we make ourselves better? And yes, sometimes we meet a good man and we don't want to let him go. But in the process, we turn out to be, very, we turn out to be like we are desperate. We give in too much too quickly. And you know what? I can say that we need to redirect all that energy onto ourselves. If it is difficult, I know it's difficult, especially when you find a good man or a man that you like. You find it so easy to just give in. You forget yourself. I can say the only solution that I see is, please, every day wake up and tell yourself how you're going to love yourself today. And only think about how much of yourself you're going to give. How much are you going to give whoever is around you? Do they deserve that energy from you? And don't try to be friendly, caring, try to show that you're nice. No. No, that doesn't work. With all these, theories in your head, that's a relationship to be nice. A man has to be a friend of yours. It's nice when he's already your friend. It's true, but he must see you as his friend. He is the one to initiate that to happen. Because you can try so hard as a good woman to help him open up to you. Try to make him a friend. Try to tell him everything. All in all, don't try so hard to be the best friend of this man. Let him chase you. Let him want that. Let him open up to you. Let him really show you that he wants you to be his best friend, okay? And at the end of the day, as good girls, as the good woman, give yourself a peace of mind, Let go of all those troubles that you have in terms of insecurity, the drama that you've had before. Let go of it. And also, let's learn more to be able to tell the difference between a good man and a bad man. Thank you.